Hello everyone, Namaskar. This is a presentation from CEERA-NLSIU Bengaluru, which has been granted a project by the Department of Justice, Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India. This is to look at a pan-India legal literacy and legal awareness program from 2022 to 2024. And as a part of this legal literacy program that the National Law School will partner with the Department of Justice, this video and the YouTube channel has been initiated. We are first of all very thankful to the Department of Justice for having selected CEERA, National Law School, to partner on the legal literacy and legal awareness initiative for all India level. And this YouTube channel will cater to the needs of the sections of the community who want to know about their rights, the law that concerns those rights, about what can they do in case their right is infringed, what is the grievance redressal mechanism provided by the law, whom can they go and complain to, and if they require legal assistance, and how can CEERA-NLSIU be part of the legal assistance that is required by citizens in India. An introduction to this project would be the first step for people to understand that what are we supposed to do and what this effort is all about. You will notice that the Department of Justice has launched a very comprehensive, holistic, integrated and systematic solution on access to justice at a pan-India level. This they have done through a scheme titled DISHA. DISHA stands for Designing Innovative Solutions for Holistic Access to Justice. This is being implemented by the Department of Justice from 2021 until 2026. Now, you will notice that the National Law School of India University, Bengaluru, is one of the premier institutions in the field of legal education. The center which is going to implement this scheme and project, CEERA is one of the centers that has been selected by the Department of Justice. CEERA was established in the year 1999. It was established as a center for environmental law, and right now CEERA has branched into activities of commercial law, right to information, and activities such as Atmanirbhar Bharat as well. CEERA has been granted projects from the World Bank, the United Nations Developmental Program. CEERA has done projects for the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. CEERA has done projects for the state of Rajasthan, the state of Karnataka, and several other such projects that CEERA has been implementing from time to time. CEERA also does a lot of advocacy work, and we do pro bono lawyering, not only in the field of environmental law, but in the field of human rights as well. If we understand the collaboration between CEERA and the Department of Justice, you will notice that the purpose of legal literacy and legal awareness is very, very critical to legal education. Almost all law schools and law universities have been taking the initiative of legal literacy through legal aid clinics that have been established in these legal institutions. Now, legal aid clinics are critical components and partners in the way forward in dissemination of legal literacy in this country, which I think should be done so as to reach the last person in the villages and in the rural areas. So a comprehensive scheme of trying to educate the citizens and the common man about the law, not only in the language of English, Hindi, but also in local language, is something that DISHA attempts to do, and CEERA is taking the initiative of implementing this in 6 states. And one of the states is Karnataka. We have Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Odisha and Bihar. These are 6 states that have been chosen on a pilot measure in the first 2 years to actually look at legal literacy dissemination as we go forward. So we would be doing some of these campaigns not only in the language of English, Hindi, but also in local languages as far as possible, wherever we get experts who can actually help us get into the dissemination strategy as we go forward. Currently, because of the pandemic and COVID-19 affecting the program, most of the dissemination will be done through the use of digital interface or internet kind of platforms, which will actually help this kind of information reach the common man. Interestingly, if you look at the programs under DISHA, the programs are quite effective with two key objectives. The first objective of DISHA is to provide quality legal aid to the marginalized through things like tele-law, pro bono, and Nyaya Mitra programs. Interestingly, if you look at what the Department of Justice has done, it has provided an online e-interface digital platform called tele-law. Tele-law is for pre-litigation legal advice. And I think this is something that everyone who intends to seek pre-litigation advice must definitely use. So for facilitating tele-law, the Department of Justice has created what we call as the Common Service Centers. These are called as CSCs at village level. And if you require some more information on this, please visit www.telelaw.in. This is something that will be definitely given at the end of this video. So you may actually try and visit Telelaw and try and understand how pre-litigation legal advice can be sought. The objective is to cover nearly 2.5 lakh gram panchayats through the common service centers with an aim to address approximately 90 lakh beneficiaries who probably need this legal advice and legal consultation by 2026. Interestingly, the next scheme is called the pro bono legal services. This is attempted to promote and advance the culture of pro bono in the country. As we know, pro bono stands for free or what we call as charitable services, and to facilitate that kind of charitable services in terms of what people would want to do, Department of Justice has facilitated the creation of a panel on pro bono advocates in various high courts and has developed web and mobile based application. This application has a database of lawyers who would take up pro bono cases, and this pro bono means it won't be charged to the citizens, and hence this will facilitate the right to access justice in a much more effective manner to those who are unable to afford the legal cost of the same. Now, the pro bono initiative will be done through initiation of the pro bono club scheme in law colleges in the country, and it is proposed to register nearly 20,000 pro bono advocates under this program by 2026. 20,000 advocates are attempted to be registered under the pro bono services as well. The next scheme is called the Nyaya Mitra scheme, and you will notice in the Nyaya Mitra scheme there is an aim to facilitate reduction of pending cases in the district court. These could be cases that are pending in the courts for more than 10 years, and in order to reduce the burden of the cases in the court and to make an effort for an amicable settlement of dispute, under DISHA, 80 Nyaya Mitras will be engaged in the district court so that these pendencies can be reduced and the burden of the judiciary can also be brought about. So you will notice that there are three steps in which the DISHA scheme has worked. First is the tele-law scheme, which looks at pre-litigation advice. Second is the Nyaya Bandhu scheme, which gives you a lawyer who can actually take up your litigation with on a pro bono basis. And third, you have the Nyaya Mitra, which is this kind of a center at the district court which will actually aim to reduce pending cases which are more than 10 years through amicable settlement of the same. So this is the first objective that the DISHA program attempts to achieve. Interestingly, the second important objective of the DISHA scheme is to raise legal awareness through legal literacy, information, education, and communication and technology. Now, in order to broad-base the activities undertaken by the Department of Justice, especially in the northeastern states, in Union Territories, in Jammu and Kashmir, in Ladakh, the legal literacy and legal awareness programs have been redesigned. The legal literacy campaign right now, you would notice that the Department of Justice wishes to use a lot of technology in actually disseminating legal literacy. It also attempts to forge partnerships with ministries and allied departments, institutions, and schools to facilitate capacity building, utilization of existing grassroots and frontline workers or volunteers, developing indicators to measure legal literacy and legal awareness, and to undertake concurrent evaluation and periodic assessment of its program. Through this effort, it is proposed to cover nearly 55 lakh of the population of this country by 2026. This is the target that the Department of Justice has initiated under this program. So, CEERA is indeed privileged to partner in this initiative, and we would be responsible for legal literacy and legal awareness dissemination on a pan-India level through digital means and with specific references to the 6 states and the aspirational districts that the department wants us to cover. You will notice that in this component, we would try and use technology to expand the scope and delivery of the legal literacy material that is being generated, so that every person can actually understand the law, use the law, and also protect himself from any kind of exploitation or any kind of infringement of rights. This will actually see that the Indian citizens become more legally aware of the laws that have been enacted for them, the laws that actually provide benefit, or the beneficial schemes that have been brought about, or the law that actually protects vulnerable communities from kind of actions that the state could be held responsible for. Interestingly, mainstreaming legal literacy is something that we would definitely want to do, and hence we are going to forge partnership with law universities in 6 states. We will be partnering with legal aid clinics. We would be bringing on board the faculty advisors of these legal aid clinics. We would be launching both online and physical workshops. We would also be catering to what we call as the master trainer workshop, so that the master trainers will then go back to their aspirational districts and to the panchayats where these legal literacy material can be disseminated. Developing indicators and concurrent evaluation is something that DISHA and the Department of Justice will definitely keep a watch on. They just want to check the kind of targets that are going to be achieved. There are targets and milestones that have been fixed, and this program will definitely take all endeavors to complete those targets as well. The partnering agencies that the Department of Justice has selected on this pan-India legal literacy and legal awareness initiative are the following. In Arunachal Pradesh, it is the State Legal Services Authority. In Sikkim, it is the State Commission for Women. In Manipur, it is the Department of Psychiatry, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences. In Rajasthan, it's the Center for Community Economics Development Consultant Society. In Uttar Pradesh, it is the National Law University, New Delhi. In Odisha, it is the Shadow Advertising and Communicating Private Limited. On the national level, design and development will be the National Law Institute, University Bhopal. On the national dissemination and assessment, it will be the National Law School of India, University Bengaluru. And at the national level, monitoring and evaluation, it will be the National Institute of Public Administration, New Delhi. These are the agencies that have been selected to promote the DISHA scheme, to take this scheme forward, and to actually meet the targets as has been designed by the ministry from time to time. Further, you will notice that this scheme is not independent and it tries to look at interministerial convergence. And it's very important that to achieve the aim and objective of legal literacy, I think close collaboration is attempted with the Ministry of Panchayat Raj, with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, the Department of Education and Literacy, and the Ministry of Women and Child Development. These would be some of the focus legislations for legal literacy as well. Through the help and support of these specific ministries, we are hoping that we will actually look at grassroots dissemination so that each person who is involved, any person who is a stakeholder, will be benefited from the programs ahead. Finally, what would CEERA-NLSIU do as its first step in this project? You will notice as a part of the dissemination strategy, we would be using YouTube to have short videos on legal literacy, both in English, Hindi, and also in legal language. And these YouTube videos will actually be anchored by experts in that particular subject and area. They would actually give information on the law, the kind of grievance redressal mechanism that is being set up, whom to approach, and how citizens can actually redress their grievance if they come across any kind of infringement or violation. These videos will focus on them, and hence a dedicated YouTube channel is attempted to be brought about. Secondly, we would also look at certain radio shows and talks that we will do on All India Radio. This is with specific focus for those who are part of Karnataka, and hence the talk shows will be in Kannada, and they will try to reach out to citizens in the state of Karnataka, which is also one of the states that has been chosen for the dissemination of legal material. Further, we will come up with different strategies to look at how digital platforms can be used so that whatever has been created and generated should be useful to the people who actually are in need of the same. So this video is basically an attempt to talk about the DISHA program, about the Department of Justice, and CEERA-NLSIU's plan to go forward in this particular project. If any of you would want to get in touch with us, would want to know anything more about this scheme, about our work, would have any queries or would require any kind of legal assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our email ID is ceera@nls.ac.in, and you could reach our landline number. This is in Bangalore, 080-231-60527. And when you call up, please ask to be connected to CEERA, that's the Center for Environmental Law at the National Law School. We thank you for subscribing to our channel. We look forward to suggestions on how we can reach out and disseminate. And namaskar.